Hi guys, let's look at the next question in our rationalizing exercise. Let's quickly revise rationalizing. Rationalizing, the objective is to remove the irrational number from the denominator, which means if I have root 2 in the denominator, I will multiply both numerator and denominator by the rationalizing factor of root 2, which in this case will be root 2. So this value will be root 2 upon 2. So that's the rationalized form. And in case I have it in the form root 3 plus root 2, or rather root 3 plus 2 like the way I have written, then this is in the form x plus y. So I'll multiply it with the form x minus y, which in this case would be root 3 minus 2. So then this becomes, the denominator becomes in the form x plus y multiplied with x minus y. So the numerator is root 3 minus 2 and the denominator becomes x square, which is 3 minus y square. So this value is root 3 minus 2 upon negative 1, which basically can be written as 2 minus root 3. So the denominator, from the denominator, the irrational term has been removed. That's the basic concept of rationalizing that we've done till now. So let's look at a question. It says if x is equal to this and y is equal to this, find the value of x square. So let's find x square first. X square will be root 5 minus 2 upon root 5 plus 2 multiplied with root 5 minus 2 upon root 5 plus 2. So this is in the form a minus b into a minus b, which means a square plus b square minus 2 times a into b. And the denominator is in the form a plus b whole square, which means a square plus b square plus 2ab. So this gives us 5 plus 2, 4. That's 9 minus 4 root 5 upon, this is 5 plus 2, 4. 5 plus 4, that's 9 plus 4 root 5. That's the value of x square. Now we'll have to rationalize this. So the denominator is in the form x plus y, which means I'll rationalize it with the form x minus y. So I multiply it with 9 minus 4 root 5, and what I get is numerator is x minus y whole square, which means x square plus y square, which is 4 root 5 whole square. That's 16 into 5, that's 80, minus 2 into 9, 18, 80 into 4, 72 root 5. So that's the numerator, and the denominator becomes x square minus y square. So x square is 81 minus y square, that's 16 into 5, that's 80. Therefore, x square is equal to 81 plus 80, that's 161 minus 72 root 5. So we've calculated the value of x square. Let's look at the second one, which is y square. So y square would be equal to root 5 plus 2 upon root 5 minus 2 multiplied with root 5 plus 2 upon root 5 minus 2. This is exactly the reverse of this in terms of numerator has become the denominator, denominator has become the numerator. So this now becomes 9 plus 4 root 5 upon 9 minus 4 root 5. And I will rationalize it. This will get rationalized by 9 plus 4 root 5 upon 9 plus 4 root 5. This becomes 81 plus 80 plus, that's 9 into 4, 36, that's 72 root 5. And the denominator is 81 minus 80, which means y square is equal to 161 plus 72 root 5. So that's the value of y square. The second part of the question done. Let's look at part 3, which is xy. So xy, let's put the value of x, that's root 5 minus 2 upon root 5 plus 2, and y is the reciprocal of x, which is root 5 plus 2 upon root 5 minus 2. So all these terms get cancelled. So this is equal to 1. Therefore, xy is equal to 1. That brings us to the last part of this question, which is x square plus y square plus xy. We've already found the value of x square, which is 161 minus 72 root 5. We found the value of y square, which is 161 plus 72 root 5, and we found the value of xy, which is 1. So plus 72 root 5 and negative 72 root 5 get cancelled. What we are left with is 161 plus 161 plus 1. 161 plus 161, that's 200, 322. With 1, that's 323. So interesting question and a long one as well. Let's look at the next one. The next one that we do is question number 8. It says if x is equal to this, we need to find the value of 1 upon x. So 1 upon x would be 1 upon 2 root 3 plus 2 root 2. Now I notice 2 is common in both these elements, so let me take this out. This is 2 times root 3 plus root 2. We know we can't keep irrational numbers in the denominator, so let's rationalize. So when I rationalize, I'll rationalize this with root 3 minus root 2 upon root 3 minus root 2. So this gives me 1 upon x is equal to root 3 minus root 2 upon 2 times x plus y into x minus y, which is x square. So that's 3 minus y square, that's 2. So this is equal to root 3 minus root 2 upon 2. So that's the value of 1 upon x. First part of the question done. Let's look at the second part. Second part says x plus 1 upon x. So this would be equal to x, which is 2 root 3 plus 2 root 2 plus 1 upon x, in this case root 3 minus root 2 upon 2. Let's take the LCM. So what we get is 2 is the LCM. So we have 2 into 2, that's 4 root 3 plus 4 root 2 plus root 3 minus root 2. So this gives us 4 root 3 plus root 3, that's 5 root 3, and 4 root 2 minus root 2, that's plus 3 root 2 divided by 2. So that's the value of x plus 1 upon x. Done. Next part of the question is x plus 1 upon x whole cube. No, not whole cube, whole square. So x plus 1 upon x whole square would be equal to 5 root 3 plus 3 root 2 upon 2 whole square. So this is numerator whole square upon denominator whole square. Denominator is 2 into 2, that's 4. This is in the form x plus y whole square, which means x square. That's 5 root 3 whole square plus y square. That's 3 root 2 whole square plus 2xy. That's 2 times 5 root 3 multiplied with 3 root 2. So this gives us the denominator is 4. 5 root 3 whole square, that's 25 into 3, 75. 3 root 2 whole square, that's 9 into 2, 18. Plus 2 into 5, 10. 10 into 3, 30. That's 30 root 6. So the answer is 75 plus 18. That's 85 and 93 plus 30 root 6 upon 4. That's the value of x plus 1 upon x whole square. Good. Questions are getting easier now that we've done quite a few of them. Let's look at the next one. The next one is question number 9. It says if x is equal to 1 minus root 2, find x minus 1 upon x whole cube. Let's find 1 upon x first. So 1 upon x is equal to 1 upon 1 minus root 2. We don't leave the denominator as irrational. So let's rationalize. This is 1 plus root 2 upon 1 plus root 2. A numerator is 1 plus root 2 and the denominator is 1 minus root 2 square, that's 2. So this is 1 plus root 2 upon negative 1, which means 1 upon x is equal to negative 1 minus root 2. Good. Now what we need to figure out is x minus 1 upon x, which will be equal to 1 minus root 2 minus negative 1 minus root 2. Which is equal to 1 minus root 2 plus 1 plus root 2. Root 2 and root 2 gets cancelled. So we are left with x minus 1 upon x is equal to 2. Now this part remains very simple. X minus 1 upon x whole cube would be equal to 2 cube, which is equal to 8. A very simple one, but first we needed to calculate x minus 1 upon x to get us easier answer. Next question. The next question that we do is question number 11. Question 11 says show that the left hand side is equal to right hand side, which is 5. So let's work with the left hand side and let's rationalize all the denominator. So the first one will be 1 multiplied with 3 plus 2 root 2 upon 3 minus 2 root 2 multiplied with 3 plus 2 root 2. That's the first term. The second term, oh, not that, not plus, that's minus. The second term will be 1 upon 2 root 2 minus root 7 multiplied with 2 root 2 plus root 7 upon 2 root 2 plus root 7. The third term will be 1 upon root 7 minus root 6 multiplied with, not roots, I have written 6, should be root 7 minus root 6 multiplied with root 7 plus root 6 upon root 7 plus root 6. The fourth term, that will be 1 multiplied with root 6 plus root 5, and in the denominator I'll have root 6 minus root 5 multiplied with root 6 plus root 5. And the last term, there will be 1 multiplied with root 5 plus 2, and in the denominator I'll have root 5 minus 2 multiplied with root 5 plus 2. Oof, that's a lot of rationalization. So this becomes 3 plus 2 root 2 upon x minus y into x plus y, that's x square minus y square, in this case 8, minus 2 root 2 plus root 7 upon x square, that's 4 into 2, 8, minus y square, that's 7. This is plus root 7 plus root 6 upon root 7 square, that's 7, minus root 6 square, that's 6. Minus, this is root 6 plus root 5 upon 6 minus 5 plus root 5 plus 2 upon 5 minus 4. Now the denominator in all the cases is 1. So this becomes 3 plus 2 root 2 minus 2 root 2 minus root 7. Why? Because this is negative for the whole term, which means when I open this, this becomes negative 2 root 2 minus root 7. Same thing will happen here, which is this is, so this is the first term, this is the second term, this becomes root 7 plus root 6, and the fourth term becomes minus root 6 minus root 5, because root 6 plus root 5, the whole thing is one term, plus root 5 plus 2. Let's see if anything gets cancelled. 2 root 2 and 2 root 2 gets cancelled. Negative root 7, positive root 7, positive root 6, negative root 6, negative root 5, plus root 5. So what I am left with is 3 and 2, which is equal to 5, which is equal to RHS. So hence proved. Done. Let's look at the last, no, not last, one more question, which is question number 12. This is probably the most important or the most difficult question for no other reason but because this has 3 terms in the denominator. So let's see how we'll work with this. Let's call this term x, which is root 3 minus root 2, and let's call this term y. So we are breaking this in the form of x plus y, which means when I rationalize it, I will rationalize it with x minus y. That's the only thing, which is I take the first 2 elements as x and this next element as y. So let's rationalize this. This will become 1 upon root 3 minus root 2 plus 1 multiplied with x minus y. In this case, root 3 minus root 2 minus 1. Root 3 minus root 2 minus 1. So the numerator becomes root 3 minus root 2 minus 1, and the denominator becomes root 3 minus root 2 whole square. That's x square minus y square. Perfect. Let's open the denominator. That's root 3 minus root 2 minus 1. And this is now in the form x minus y whole square, which means x square plus y square minus 2 times root 3 into root 2. That's root 6. And this is minus 1. So this gives us root 3 minus root 2 minus 1. 3 plus 2, 5. 5 minus 1, 4. That's 4 minus 2 root 6. Anything common between these two elements in the denominator? Yes, I noticed that 2 is common, so I can write this as root 3 minus root 2 minus 1 upon 2 times 2 minus root 6. Now we need to rationalize it the second time, which means let's multiply it with 2 plus root 6 and divide it by 2 plus root 6. This is x now, this is y, so this is x minus y, which means I'm rationalizing this with x plus y. Let's multiply root 3 multiplied with 2, that's 2 root 3. Root 3 multiplied with root 6, that's plus root 18. Next, negative root 2 into 2, that's minus 2 root 2. Negative root 2 into root 6, that's negative root 12. Minus 1 into 2, that's negative 2. Minus 1 into root 6, that's negative root 6. Let me confirm. 2 root 3, root 18, negative 2 root 2, negative root 12, negative 2, negative root 6. And in the denominator, I have 2 times x square, which is 4, minus y square, which is 6. Root 18 can be simplified further. So 2 root 3 and root 18 is basically 9 into 2 in the root sign, which means this is 3 root 2. This is minus 2 root 2, and 12 can be written as 4 into 3, which means minus 2 root 3 minus 2 minus root 6. In the denominator, I have 2 times negative 2, which means negative 4. Let's see if anything gets cancelled. So this is 2 root 3 minus 2 root 3. This gets cancelled. 3 root 2 minus 2 root 2. That's root 2 minus 2 minus root 6 upon negative 4. Let's take the negative sign in the numerator. We hardly write, we usually keep the negative sign in the numerator. So this is root 2 minus 2 minus root 6. Let's open the bracket sign. So this becomes 2 plus root 6 minus root 2 upon 4. So that's the rationalized form of the given expression. Please note we had to rationalize it twice. This was our first rationalization and this was our second rationalization. This will be required when you have in the denominator 3 terms and out of which 2 terms have a root sign. Let's look at the last question of this exercise that I do with you. The last question is question number 14. It says evaluate. Okay. I noticed that the denominator is the rationalizing factor of the first denominator, which means I don't need to rationalize each term separately. Let me just add them directly. So the new denominator, or rather the LCM, will become 4 plus root 5 multiplied with 4 minus root 5, and the first term becomes 4 minus root 5 whole square, and the second term becomes 4 plus root 5 whole square. Let's open the brackets. So this is x minus y whole square, that's x square plus y square plus, no, not plus, minus 2 into 4, that's 8 root 5, and the second term becomes x square plus y square plus 8 root 5. The denominator becomes x square, which is 16, minus y square, which is 5. So this is 8 root 5 and plus 8 root 5 gets cancelled. This is 16 plus 5, 21, plus 21, that's 42 upon 16 minus 5, that's 11. The wrong way of writing, we need to simplify this further. So this would be 3 times 9 upon 11. Correct, 33 and 9, 42. So that's the value. That finishes this exercise for me. Couple of homework questions. That's question number 5, part 2, question 10, and question 15. Thank you so much. Take care. Be safe. I'll see you with the next video. Bye-bye.